Hey everyone, uh, welcome to the Provider IBM Cloud bi-weekly meeting. My name is Sadeh Zala. I am your host today. Just code of conduct, be nice to each other. We are recording this meeting and we will have it available publicly. With that, I guess we can start the meeting. And welcome, Brad. I just saw you join. And then we have our regular folks here, Richard, Khalid, myself. The agenda is really light. I was actually thinking to cancel the meeting at one point, but I thought let's just keep it on in case there's any open discussions or, we are inviting the broader cloud provider SIG now. So I thought if even, somebody new joined the call, then so just keep the call on. With that agenda, if you look at it, I think there's no need to share the screen because it's, like I said, not a whole lot of agenda. The one reminder, if you are contributing to Kubernetes, I know Brad, you know very well, Khalid, Richard, there's a contributor summit happening right before the KubeCon San Diego. So we had a meeting today, the contributor experience meeting, just like an hour before. And they still have space. About 220 or so current user has signed up for the contributor summit. So if you're interested in and if you haven't signed it up, please go ahead and sign up. If the link is there in the agenda, the registration links, I just copied it there. So make it easy. And then it comes to our open discussion. I said there's nothing whole lot to discuss today in the agenda. So anyone has anything to talk about? I know we have our presentation at KubeCon, so we'll be talking about that in next meeting. I was just looking at the dates and I was like, oh, we're not even in a month now. We're like maybe 3 weeks. So we got to start preparing the charts there and the content. But maybe that's something by next week. I will coordinate with everyone and see, create some content to share right in the next meeting.
Yeah, that's good, Khalid. I don't know if you guys are all able to attend because I think at this point I'm still on the waiting list. I think, at least from my management perspective, to go there, and I think I'm on the session, right?
Yes, you are. Yeah, you're one of the speakers. Yep, Richard. Yeah.
Is Khalid a speaker as well?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'll let you know when I hear anything plus or minus on that. I think it'll work out. I'll be able to make it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. If that'll be great. If you can make it, right. Worst case life. Like you said, if something happened and you can't, I mean, then I think Brad, you will be going there for sure, right? So, we can have a replacement if it's needed. Okay. Yep. Thanks. So if we needed Richard, we can have replacement, but I really hope you can make it. So we have 4th speaker is Guangya, and he mentioned that he's also, 50-50 right now, but he will let us know too.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as well. I have another conference at that same week, but I'm trying to see if I can get away for the Thursday. That's when it is, right? Thursday. So yep. If I can pull out of that conference because it's in Denver and San Diego isn't too far, I'll try and come to San Diego for that if it's on Thursday.
That's true. Yes. Yes, Khalid. Yep. And you're right. You also give heads up on that, right? We talked it. I sent you the URL for the Thursday. So
make sure there's no other kind of client meetings and so on at the other conference.
Okay.
Yep.
Otherwise, I'll play backup, Khalid. I'll play backup as usual.
Yep. So we're glad to have you as backup, Brad. With the cluster API repo and all that, right? So, but it will be also really nice if at least Khalid or Richard, one of you, I hope both of you make it, but at least one of you make it, right, from the cloud team side. Otherwise,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think if Richard, if you confirm there, then it gives me a little bit more flexibility, I guess. So.
Sure. Yeah, I just checked and there's no information from management
Okay.
yet.
Yeah. I'll probably be booking travel in a week or so. So if you know, then let me know.
Yep. So yeah, Richard, yeah, that'll be great once you hopefully you'll find out soon. Let's see, right? I know how it goes. Well, we all know it, so.
Funding.
Yep, I think that's about it. The other thing I noticed, I'm working on one PR. I was just looking at the owners thing. I know Richard, in the last cloud provider meeting, you said they mentioned about the owner things, and it's not, I mean, we are good with our owners for our provider group. But I just noticed while doing some broader search that there is another repo from the project management side. They actually haven't updated even anything there. So they still have SIG IBM Cloud, and they still have SIG AWS, and they still have SIG OpenStack and all this old stuff. So that's the one I'll be creating a PR today to make all those changes there, remove all those provider SIGs and replace them with the new structure.
So what was the requirement then again to get on the Kube GitHub org member?
Right. So that's the other thing I want to mention, and as we just chatted right before this meeting. So I will send an URL. There's a member ladder kind of documentation there, and the first step in that ladder is being a Kubernetes GitHub org member. Like I said, I'll send you the doc if there are any latest changes there. They become it has become a lot flexible and easier than in the past. The committee wants they encourage people to become a member. The requirement, the last one I remember, was to have 2 sponsors from within the community who you work with, right? So typically, from a company other than your company, right? Or like one at least from the other company. For example, like in our case, Richard, like Andrew came, right, on the cloud provider because he knows both of you, and myself, Brad or someone. But you need a 2 sponsor who say, hey, I know this particular guy is doing a lot of contributions, important contributions in one of the areas, right? So in our case, the SIG and stuff. And then you send an email asking to the community that, hey, I have these 2 sponsors, and these are the kind of work I do. And then they add you as a member, upon approval, right? But that was the process. Like I said, I'll find the doc link and see if they have changed anything there.
Okay, yeah, that
that
sounds good.
yeah.
I think in the past it was the fact that I wasn't able to contribute code-wise that I wasn't able to become a member. But if that's changed, then that would be great.
Okay, and like I said, we will talk to Andrew as well. I mean, contribution is not always looked as a code contribution only, right? There are several ways people are contributing to Kubernetes community in general, right? So, through the SIGs, through, helping through other initiatives, right? There's a mentoring program, so people, participate there and contribute. There's a project called like No Code. People contribute there as well. And, typically, I mean, community is good. They encourage and, like any kind of contributions, right? Not just the code contribution. So everything gets counted, and so yeah. And from our side, for you and Khalid, if it's not already there, we're gonna double check it. Which seems it's not there actually. I already checked, and Khalid, you just check yourself too, right?
Yeah, I don't recall going through that process of sending an email with 2 sponsors. and
Yep.
that kind of thing. So I probably can do that.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, so and with this new new rules, if anybody who is not a GitHub org member, you cannot be one of the owner. It's actually automated stuff. If you try to add somebody, the bot comes back and say, hey, there's an error here. This ID is not the org member, and you cannot add. So so I know we had to make some changes, and actually I think Andrew or someone who created the PR, they had to make some changes there. But yeah, it's like no big rush, but definitely need to work on that, right? So and Brad, just for the context, I think you probably got it right, that we with the SIG we usually have three leads. We are still three leads here: co-leads, Richard, Khalid, and myself. And we all three were owner of the SIG, right?
Sure.
But with the, I think few months back, the community changed the process that anyone who is not a GitHub org member of Kubernetes organization, they cannot be listed as an owner. So earlier that was not a requirement, and folks from cloud provider teams who were only contributing to cloud provider, and they were more of an domain expert from the cloud provider, they were part of this owners list. But because of this new changes, all those git IDs are automatically gets removed because it gives error if you are not an org member. So that's
Sure.
what you're talking about, Richard and Khalid, to become
No, I
an org
understand.
member. Yeah.
What I couldn't remember is how much they've loosened the membership requirements besides the two sponsors. Is it just, I mean, you don't have to make any code or doc contributions? You just have to say, I work on the SIG, and they'll get you through? That's what I wasn't clear on.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I think that should work. They loosen it up quite a bit.
Okay.
And I mean, both Richard, Khalid, they contribute. They come as a speaker, right? Talk at the conference to update the broader community and all those contributions.
Okay.
So yeah, but we will talk to the cloud provider SIG now, the higher level
Yeah,
SIG.
you'll find out. That's all.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, well, we will, yeah, exactly. Yep. So that's pretty much it. Anything else that we want to talk about today? Nothing. Yeah.
I think I'm good.
Nothing from me. Yeah. Richard, Khalid, do you have any topics? Talk anything?
No, I don't have anything today.
No.
No.
Okay.
Same here.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. And yeah, maybe next meeting, we can try to see if we can present anything, overview kind of things. We still have 2 weeks before the next meeting. I also talked to Guangia, Khalid, and seems like nothing there, right? From the
Yes.
cluster API. Yeah.
They,
So maybe next time.
Yep. I'll push them a little bit, see if there's other topics.
Yep. Yeah. Next meeting, yeah, will be slow too. I mean, I already today in some other meetings, I already seen people are into the KubeCon mood now and busy with creating their, slides and whatnot. So we'll see how many folks will be there. But well, all right. I think that it's a meeting then. Let's wrap it up. Yep.
Good. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks for joining. See you.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.